Yeah. The only thing that I didn't like with that scene was, is to see how Cora is like also powerful, and I mean it's like she's been ruling, Regina's life for so long. I mean, well, I mean, granted, she's pushing her into something, but I just think when Regina saw her charging at her, when things saw Regina charging at her, she would like lifted her hand up or something and bitch slapped her into a wall. That was a little bit out of character there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seems like the writers were rushing it too fast. I mean, there could have been a way where like Regina could have like tricked her or played her, but she didn't. She just charged at her like a mad bull and pushed her into the mirror. I mean, there was a couple seconds for Cora to react, but she did. But all she did was like, she didn't actually attack her. That was a little bit. I think they rushed it.
I wonder why they did the double scream. She screams once and then you hear her scream again, but her mouth only moves once.
I think bad.
It's for dramatic effect, but it's always bothered me. But I like that she broke through the barrier. It's her defiant.
But yeah, that's the thing. I think they rushed the demise of her mother too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Evil Red.
Okay, what to say? Let's see. Again, I agree with the dress. Ugly, ugly, ugly. The necklace, the metal on the necklace and everything else was all wrong. Or I should say the crown and everything else was all wrong. Let's see.
I love that necklace though.
Yes, the necklace was nice. The fact that I saw Rumple there in the mirror and my eyes went right to him when that happened.
I know.
Was just funny.
Yeah. Rumble's a speed stealer.
Yes.
You have your Rumple protector on.
What other things was I gonna say? Because I had stuff in mind. Nikes. I had other things too.
It's not just me.
I had to brain fart people.
Well, how about this? Like what I said about rushing her mother's demise. What do you think about that? Do you think they did it? I would say anything else to think about.
Do you think they rushed that too soon?
Yeah, I was thinking. You think it?
Personally, I think she should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she should have done it sooner. But
What, like after you walk?
Yeah.
But I do agree with that though. They did it, the whole scene, but the fact that it is the looking glass and that whole thing with didn't really see who the Queen of Hearts was.
Yeah, it's gotta be her. It's gotta be her.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then that's we can go on if we want to, and if I think of anything else, I'll say it in my next bit.
Okay. Okay, back in Storybrooke. Looks like everyone is leaving Storybrooke. Charming and Red cut them off right before they passed the sign. Charming does his speech and he rocked. The characters that shows up front watching Charming are Marco, Hopper, Blue Fairy, and Whale. Most from the Pinocchio story. Is that meaning Whale is part of that story? Or is it just a coincidence that he's with them and means nothing? Live in a shoe, that's funny. Looks like things are going to go back to normal somewhat. Looks like Snow is not the only feature now. She can be the fighter.
Yep.
Okay. Laker, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I was kind of, I hate to call a moment in a show out of character, because obviously the writers wrote the character to do something, so it's in character. But I thought it was so out of character for Archie to be so upset, like, we have a right to leave.
I know, I had that feeling too, that he seemed kind of different.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
Him being the conscience, he's the one who's usually the first one to step back. and think it over.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just showing that he's human, or that his fearful side. See that side of Archie just came out in that moment.
Right.
Okay. Oh, the eat frozen burritos and write software. Where the hell did that come from?
Live in the forest. Live in the forest and live in shoes.
But that makes sense, because
Yeah.
they all used to live in the forest. Why not? If you want to be a teacher, be a teacher. If you want to make swords, make swords. But right stuff, oh, that was just weird. And
Like this.
then again, and there may be a lot of gifts of that moment, because it's just so random. But, I never really got to say, but Ruby, I'm so happy that she's stepping up as a leader, because in Fairy Tale World, she was very responsible. She was a leader type, but that was diminished when she came over to Storybrooke. She was, quote, the slut, but not really. So I'm glad that that side is kind of coming out, and that's just going to be balanced that way. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Sin, do you have anything?
Just reiterating the fact that I thought that Archie was definitely sort of like out of character. It actually surprised me at how suddenly people wanted to leave, and it also made me wonder, you know, the fact that they've just their memories and then they know that what crossing the boundary means. That I was surprised by the fact that Archie and everyone, the fact that they just all got their memories back and they all knew where they were and they were all with the people that they loved, and knowing that crossing that line would immediately erase all that, it just surprised me that so many of them wanted to leave. I mean, I understood that they didn't want to be confined in this place anymore, but I think that it was just strange that they would all immediately give up their past just to get away.
Okay, we have nothing much to say, but just in general of what she said, I like how, like, you know, like they said, they made them out of character, but how is it out of character when the writers actually wrote it themselves? You know, it's just a little thing that's kind of really upset me, you know, like when I talk to people about other things online and stuff, they always say, well, it's not in character. I think to myself, well, if they approved it, it's in character. That's what I just want to say. I'm glad that no one else is stupid here. I just want to say that. Because it really upsets me, you know, like when they do something like a movie, like a book to a movie or something, they're like, well, that was never in there. But if the original person worked on the book and they approve it, it's like, then yeah, it's canon. So I'm just glad.
Can I say, I totally understand what you're saying. People are saying that Skin Deep, that episode, was out of character for Rumpelstiltskin. Like, how the freak can you say that? The writers wrote it. It was a moment of his vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, no, he's supposed to be a bastard and blah, 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 blah. He wouldn't have fallen in love. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to mention, I bet it was a fan fiction. You know, I bet people say, oh my God, this should be an episode. It's so out of character. You know, everything's so. You know, it's just like when it happens, people hate it. But when it's like a fan fiction, it's like, oh my God, it's truth. You know, so that's how it happened.
Okay, Flame. Evil Red, it's your turn.
Okay, I do have to say, yay for the speech.
Yeah.
I am so glad Charming is back.
Yes.
I also like the fact that he admitted to being
Stupid.
Yeah, David is stupid. But he also doesn't want to go back to that because David was the one that hurt Snow.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to take it away because it makes him remember
because that was a part of him too. Because what I took from it was he made mistakes and he learned from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I liked his speech, was because yes, we're these people. Yes, we were these people. I don't want to lose what I am now, but I don't want to, forget also what I've learned from being this person. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Okay, so next is in Fairy Tale Land, Regina is leaving the castle again. She runs into Rumple this time. Haha, Regina tries to give the book back to him as a gift, and he says he can't give it as a gift if it was his to start with. Regina, you are so corruptible. She didn't want the book because she loved the magic she got from it, but she went ahead and kept it anyway, even against her better judgment. Rumple is going to teach Regina to use magic. In exchange, someday she will do something for him, which will be acting the curse, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, Lager, you got anything to say?
I totally think it's the curse. I always go in circles around this situation because to enact the curse, you must sacrifice the most precious, usually person, to you. He doesn't have anyone in his life to do that. Who could ever love a beast? And he doesn't get that until skin deep. And he doesn't sacrifice Belle.
No. That's why he got Regina to do it.
Yeah, which shows he has more heart as a monster than Regina. And he's been...
It might also be because... Sorry. It might just be because that Regina told him that she was dead. So, at that point, he had no person to sacrifice.
Right.
Wow. True. But I think... But it shows how evil he actually is, because he couldn't do it himself, but he prepped someone else who did start out very pure to do it for him. And that makes me disrespect. I don't like him for that, but I still think he's magnificent. So it's like chicken or the egg, but you know, it's I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just it speaks mountains, and I can't wait to see more. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Sin, do you have anything?
No, just interruptions.
Okay, Flame?
Really, I don't have anything either.
Okay. Evil Red?
Well, I'm trying to think if I have anything or not. Nope, sorry.
Okay. Back in Storybrooke, Charming barges into Regina's home with a sword demanding to see Henry. I was so shocked when Regina told Henry that he was going home with Charming. I thought there was going to be some kind of catch. Regina wants to redeem herself. I'm not too sure if it's true or not, but this is the only time I didn't really hate her. I hope this is not some part of a plan. Charming gets confirmation from Regina that the enchanted forest still exists. She has no idea how to get there. I hope she's not lying about that. Places around Storybrooke start opening again. Looks like a new shoemaker is opening up. That's got to do something about the story of the elves making shoes for the shoemaker. The 6 dwarves have bought pickaxes and are going to go mining for fairy dust to help Sneezy. Charming and Henry go to Granny's diner, and Marco is there. Henry tells him where August is. Good boy, Henry. Marco goes to the inn, and August is not there. So what happened? Did everyone take him, or did someone take him, or did he get up and leave? Is there a wooden August walking around Storybrooke? Oh my gosh, did Gold is just standing there right by the line to the end of Storybrooke. I can imagine him mentally cursing to himself. Bad luck, man, you're stuck. Regina was about to burn the spell book, but then instead decides to lock it up. Oh, Regina, you almost did it, but then caved into magic, like you're not going to be tempted by it. Charming and Henry talk about knowing that Emma and Snow are okay in the enchanted forest. Charming can feel it. They both drink their drink at the same time. They are so related. Okay, Lager, do you have anything?
Yes. Collect thoughts. Okay. So, well, my heart broke when I saw Rumple looking out at the lion, and maybe how tempting it was for him to step over it just to end his misery, but he loves Bay too much for that. Yes, I'm all for a wooden August around. I think that would just be amazing. But Henry...
Watch out for splinters.
Little I love you, but you are an ass for not telling Marco as soon as he was hanging up those posters that
Right.
his son was in the hotel.
Right.
Oh, well, he plays to the kids, though. You can't blame him.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. I'm gonna be Regina right now. Yes, I can. Corruptible. Okay, that's all I got.